Man, did Motley Crue ever do any 12-inchers?
And the one video I saw of Pamela Lee, she seemed to really be enjoying the Tommy Lee remix.
Hello and welcome to the darkened room of music conversation. I'm Chris.
And I'm Darren, and today we're going to be featuring one of my favorite subjects in the world. And we're going to be talking about 12-inch mixes of songs. Now, in the 80s, this was a big deal.
Oh, huge, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, literally, if a song was on the charts, it had an accompanying 12-inch version of mix. Sometimes it was extended, they would call it, or just several different mixes a lot of times. You'd get one 12-inch vinyl, and it would have like 4 or 5 mixes of the same song.
That's very true, yeah.
So we're going to go over some of these that are our favorites. It doesn't have to be from the 80s, although most of these probably will be.
Most of them are, yeah.
Right. And we'll narrow it down to a specific mix, at least in the YouTube accompanying playlist, so you can check these out.
That's right. There will not be a Spotify playlist on this one again, because some of these are pretty rare.
Exactly.
But you can find them on YouTube, so we'll have a link for the YouTube playlist at the end of this.
And I have so many of these that I love, but we're going to narrow it down to 10 each, and then we'll do a few honorable mentions at the end.
Yeah, I like it.
So why don't you get us started?
Okay, well, I'll start with my first one. I have a memory of this. We had it when I was working at KDF.
Yeah.
We actually had the vinyl 12-inch mix of this song.
Yep.
I thought it was so cool. I actually liked it better than the original song. It was AC/DC, Who Made Who.
Wow.
Now, there was a point where we stopped playing that mix for a specific reason. Certain DJ got ragingly mad because we had to play it off vinyl.
Yeah.
And it skipped. And wound up just smashing it. Just
really?
right over the counter. And that was the end of
Over
that.
the air? Did she smash it over the air?
Not on the air,
Oh,
no.
okay.
No, but she...
But that would have been cooler.
It would have, yeah, but no.
They could have at least been cool about it.
Yeah, that was the end of that. And the only place now you can find that is on their box set, where you got to spend hundreds of dollars to get that one remix now. You can't find it in any other form.
But you can listen to it on YouTube.
That's right. It'll be on our list.
All right. Up next for me, my number 10 song is an artist that I absolutely love. This was a solo thing that he did outside of his main group. Had a couple of hits in the 80s. This one was not as big as the other, but it was a pretty big hit at the time. The remix is fantastic. It's Lindsey Buckingham and Go Insane.
That is a good one. I've heard that one, yeah.
Yeah, I really, really like it.
Highly agree with that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, so my next one's actually from the early 90s.
Okay.
And you can find it on like his greatest hits. That's the version you hear on there. Seal Crazy.
Oh, yeah.
I love that. That's the definitive version for me. I don't even want to hear the album version.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Love it. All right, up next for me is one of my favorite groups ever. And maybe one of their songs will make your list too. I don't know. We haven't seen each other's list. Hall & Oates, Family Man.
Oh, nice.
Now, I'll tell you a quick story about the remix of this. When they were recording the album, and I know this because, I know Neil Kernan, who was the original co-producer of H2O.
Right.
They got into time restraint issues, and they had to have Hugh Padgham come in and mix the album while Neil was still recording.
They had a tour to get out to, right?
They had a tour in outside the USA that they couldn't get out of. They were obligated to do it. So after the fact, when it came time to release it as a single, Neil actually did a remix, and it's fantastic. It's got a lot more edge to it.
Yeah.
And it sounds honestly more like the Private Eyes type mixes sounded, which I thought fit their style better.
Yeah. I agree with that, yeah. While we're on Hall & Oates, I'll just go ahead and touch on mine, and it was I don't know if there was an actual vinyl release of it, but it was on the cassette version of Big Bam Boom.
There was a vinyl release of it.
There was?
Yes.
Okay, so I didn't even know, because I had the cassette.
Right.
And it was Out of Touch. I thought that was a great remix of that song.
I agree.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with Hall & Oates, man. And a lot of the remixes are fantastic.
They are, yeah.
I highly recommend them. All right. Up next for me, pop song, great song from 1986, I believe. Still love the original version, but the remix is even better. C'est La Vie by Robbie Neville.
Oh, yeah. God, I forgot about that one. That's a good one, yeah.
Yeah, and you still like the song, I'm assuming,
I do still like that song, yeah.
Yeah, it's cheesy, it's kind of goofy, but there's just something about that song that's endearing to me. I just love it.
Exactly right, yeah. I still enjoy it if I hear it today. So,
yeah.
Very cool. All right, so my next one, I'm starting to get into ones that I remember owning on 12-inch vinyl.
Yeah.
Once I discovered that there were 12-inch mixes out there, I started just buying them every time I found them.
Been there, done that.
This was one of them.
Yeah.
And she was kind of like one of my crushes back then. It was Belinda Carlisle. Oh, she looked so good back then.
Oh, man.
I Get Weak, though.
Oh, okay.
Had a 12-inch mix, and it was really, really good.
Yeah, I've heard that. It's excellent.
Yeah, it's really good.
Really good. All right, up next for me is one of my favorite artists of all time from one of my favorite albums of all time. You got to hear the remix, though, because it's incredible. Peter Gabriel, Big Time.
Yes. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yep. And also, I'll mention this, too. The 12-inch mix of Sledgehammer is really good, too.
Yeah. I agree with that, man.
Yeah.
All right, so my next one is from the Pet Shop Boys, 12-inch mix of Always on My Mind.
That's really good.
It's a really, really good one.
I like the Pet Shop Boys.
I do too. I love them.
I haven't heard much that I dislike by them, to be honest.
Yeah, what I loved about the remix of it was just like a slow build.
Yeah.
One of those that just hits this crescendo, and it's just, it's so good.
All right. Well, along those same lines, as far as a slow build up before the song actually officially kicks in, Crowded House, Don't Dream It's Over. The 12-inch of that is just so masterful.
I have heard that one too. Yeah, I really agree on that one.
Yeah.
All right, so my next one is an album actually that is in my favorite albums. Depeche Mode's Music for the Masses.
Yep.
Masses. Strange Love, though, had a mix called the Hijack Mix. Now, this one's really rare. I had it on 12-inch vinyl.
Yeah.
But it took me a long time to actually find it again in digital form. Found it on YouTube. I think you actually helped me out on that.
That's what I'm here for.
But that Hijack mix, I just absolutely love it.
Yeah.
And you can't find it on Spotify or on CD form. They never released it, but you can find it on YouTube. It'll be on our list.
Yeah, if you ever need 12 inches, holler at your boy. All right, up next, we have... my next choice is State of the Heart by Rick Springfield. I really, really love
I remember that one.
The 12-inch mix of that.
Yeah. That's a good one, yeah. All right, so where am I on my list? Okay, so there was actually a 12-inch mix, several different mixes of the B-52's Love Shack. And there was one in particular. I can't remember the name of it right now, but the version that I'm thinking of, it'll be in the list. So, but cool. It was a really cool mix. It had kind of more of a dance groove to it than the original did. Yeah.
Excellent. I'm not sure I'm familiar with that, but I'll look forward to hearing it.
Okay, there you go.
All right, up next for me is Lou Gramm Midnight Blue. One of my favorite things about 12-inch mixes, I like when they have extra parts.
Yeah.
This has like an extra guitar solo even.
Yeah.
Very cool. You got to hear it.
That's my favorite thing about some of these 12 inches.
Yeah.
You can tell that they recorded it that way originally.
Yeah. Then chopped it down.
For the most part, and then kind of trimmed it down.
Exactly.
So, I love it when that happens. I love hearing something extra. All right. So, my next one is by Mr. Mister from that second album they released.
Yeah.
Something Real, which I had on vinyl. And I remember it was a really, really good mix.
Excellent. Well, it's not on my list, but since you brought up Mr. Mister, the 12-inch of Is It Love is amazing.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
That one's great.
Yeah.
But my official next choice is actually Something About You by Level 42.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's one I never tire of that song in general, but the 12-inch mix, I think it's called, I don't know how to say it, S-I-S-A, the Sisa? Something like that, but it's an excellent mix.
We're not language experts.
No.
We know music. That's about it.
There you go.
That another thing I love about that one is it has parts that they recorded originally but cut out once they released it to album. All right, so my next one, probably one of my favorite remixes of all, was by U2 Desire, the Hollywood remix.
Oh, yeah. You introduced that to me, and I've always loved it.
That's it's great. It's got all kinds of extra stuff thrown in there, so really cool.
All right, my second to last official choice is going to be Babyface, It's No Crime. I love the song.
I don't think I've heard that one.
Well, if you love the song, you got to hear the remix. It's just excellent because that song could go on forever and I'd be happy.
I do love that song.
It's so good. So good. So
Calling all cars. I love it.
Yeah. That's great.
All right, so my last choice, they actually incorporated this remix kind of into their official music video. It begins with this orchestrated part that's actually from a different remix on this same 12-inch.
Right.
It's In Excess, New and Sensation.
Excellent.
Yeah, so in the video, you hear the orchestration part that's actually from the Guns in the Sky remix, which is also very cool. It was hard for me to pick between the two, but I love the New Sensation remix just a little bit more.
Right.
But the Guns in the Sky one is really cool because it incorporates like little parts from all of their other songs. Yeah. Kind of in between the breaks. So that's my last pick.
Yeah, and since we're bringing up In Excess, there's also a mix of Original Sin that I really, really love.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
Definitely one of my honorable mentions.
Yeah.
All right, well, my official, I guess this would be my favorite 12-inch of all time.
Okay.
So even though we didn't do these technically in an order, we just, went back and forth with the list. This is my favorite 12-inch mix of all time.
Okay.
The Steve Miller Band, I Want to Make the World Turn Around. Now, first off, that song, a lot of people don't know this, the saxophone solo in that is played by Kenny G, of all people.
Yeah.
But what's so cool about this remix, it's extended, of course, and Steve actually plays a couple of guitar solos that's only exclusively in this mix.
Right.
And the atmosphere of that song, I just love it anyway. And it's so excellent. And it buries, and I do mean buries, the album version of that. I don't know why this wasn't the album version.
And it was never released in any other form.
No
on CD,
other form.
Nowhere.
You can get the 12-inch vinyl, and that's it. It's the only way you can find it. Yeah. So that's my number one favorite 12-inch mix of all time.
There you go. Well, I'll just bring up a few honorable mentions.
Let's do it.
That's all right.
Yeah, I've got plenty.
Just about every song by Prince.
Yeah.
It sounds to me like he actually recorded them in a more extended version originally and then cut them down. For the albums.
I think a lot of his songs were done that way. They just sound that way.
Yeah, but my favorite one is Raspberry Beret. And Kim Wilde, Keep Me Hanging On. Now, that song hasn't aged well with me, but I remember loving it when it came out.
Yeah.
I don't hate it now.
Right.
But it was a really cool remix. I thought it was good.
It was.
And then I'll bring up Missing You by John Waite.
Yeah.
Had a pretty good remix, but...
I like that one a lot, too.
Yeah. I didn't like it, as well as the ones that I had on my official list, though.
Right. So. All right. Well, I've got several... I'll just reel off a list here. Radioactive by The Firm.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I love it. There's the Girl by Heart. That, man, once again, buries the regular album version.
Yeah.
Is so good. Also, Lights Out by Peter Wolf and I Need You Tonight by Peter Wolf. Both of those songs charted in the in like 84, 85. Both of those remixes are so good.
Yeah.
Going back to the 70s, What a Fool Believes, Rod Stewart, Do You Think I'm Sexy, Rolling Stones, Miss You. All of those had extended versions.
Yeah.
Very hard to find. And they're excellent. Passion by Rod Stewart. That's another one. Freedom Overspill by Steve Winwood. Man, that 12-inch is great. Velcro Fly by ZZ Top.
You're just rattling them off, man.
Yeah. Lucky in Love by, I don't leave anything out. By Mick Jagger also. Just Another Night. Both of those remixes are great. Lucky by Greg Kihn. Didn't Mean to Turn You On, Robert Plant. I'm sorry, Robert Palmer.
Oh,
yeah. And see, I cover everything else. To Stay With Me Tonight, Jeffrey Osborne. Yeah, I mean, it goes on and on. Like I said, the 80s are great. If You Love Someone, Set Them Free.
Yeah.
Sting, Angel by Madonna. There's so many. Yeah. If you check out 12-inch mixes and you get into it, there's like no end. It just goes on and on.
That's right. And what I love about 12-inch mixes is it might be an old song you've heard a billion times, but if you haven't heard the 12-inch mix, it's like you're hearing it all over again for the first time.
Exactly.
So go to our playlist down in the description and click on it and experience all these songs
for sure
for the first time again.
You're going to love it.
Thanks for watching this episode of In a Darkened Room. You can find the link to this episode's companion Spotify playlist in the description. Darren and Chris welcome your comments. You can leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments section below. Follow In a Darkened Room on Twitter to receive updates and submit your ideas for what we should discuss in upcoming episodes. Darren and Chris are also on Instagram, so give them a follow there as well. All of these links can be found in the description below. While you're there, be sure to click subscribe and ring the bell.
All right, random topic time, and what do you say we draw from the bowl? Huh?
Let's go. Is it my draw?
It is your draw, so draw away, get us a good one.
All right, here we go. Favorite sports team. Well, it's kind of a sore subject with me because my favorite sports team didn't do all that great this year. They started off good, but they burned out pretty hardcore.
Yeah.
I'm a huge...
Is it better to burn out than fade away?
not in sports.
No.
Well, you're putting off the inevitable if you're going to crash anyway. So maybe it is. The Pittsburgh Steelers. I've always been a huge Steeler fan. Back in the 70s when we were growing up, as far as NFL football was concerned, and we were in Nashville.
Yeah.
You basically got two teams on television. You got the Dallas Cowboys and you got the Pittsburgh Steelers. So I was drawn to the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm loyal. I've always stuck with them, and they're still my favorite team of all time.
Well, very cool. Well, I did not have a favorite team necessarily until about 1999, 2000.
Yeah.
Nashville Predators. The girlfriend that I had at the time took me to my first hockey game.
Yep.
And, I like football, and you and I were roommates way back when.
Yep.
And you would watch it every Sunday, and if it was on, I sat and watched it. And I enjoyed it.
You sure did, yeah.
But when I'm by myself, I could go a month of Sundays and never turn the TV on.
Right.
So saw my first hockey game though, and I'm like, where has this been all my life? I love this. So I'm very, very into the Nashville Predators now. Cool. Fingers crossed that this is something of a season, because of the pandemic, it's short and condensed. So maybe they can pull something off this time around.
Yeah,
so and I'm not real hopeful. It feels like a rebuilding year right now.
It does.
But they went to the finals when they weren't supposed to, when they were defeated by Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh Penguins.
Well, I'm a big fan of the Predators.
Oh yeah, I know
and
you
I
are.
attended many games with you.
Yeah.
Over the years. Thank you very much. When you were a season ticket.
Oh yeah, you got it. Yeah, I can't afford them anymore.
Yeah, no, it sucks. Don't get us started.
Yeah.
Well, cool.
All right, very cool, guys. Thanks for joining us for this episode. We'll be back again soon. So take care.
Later on.